I don't know what type of person you are that has a problem watching other people have sex. I think it's great. I'd love to watch it. I hate Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I just think she's an absolutely useless celebrity. But I'll watch her have sex with a girl. Like, I'll be entertained. Probably the most entertaining thing she could possibly do in her career. Her music is trash. Her lifestyle's trash. But yeah, no, I'll definitely, why are we complaining about that?
But you know the person was gay from the movements to how they talked, they changed the voice. He was switching when he walked, all that.
Like a lot of effeminate mannerisms.
Yeah. But let me tell you something about Sean. First of all, Sean was one of the fastest guys in the neighborhood. And then secondly, you fucking around now. You think it's sweet, and you want to run up on Sean. You'll get your hands put on you, and you get whooped by Sean. We got Megan Thee Stallion here, and we have a claim from her former cameraman that she forced him to watch her have sex in the back of a car. He says that the car was rolling, so he couldn't get out, he couldn't stop, whatever, and she forced him to sit there and watch have sex with another girl, another woman. I think that's important to add there.
Why is that so important to add?
I can see some guys being uncomfortable if you're watching a random guy drill your boss in the back seat of a car, and you're stuck in that car. I think I can see some of that being uncomfortable.
I'm saying like.
So that's
he wouldn't have. It shouldn't have much issue watching two girls.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So that's why I said I think it's important to say that it was two girls and not a guy back there drilling Megan. And also, but it was other claims as well. That's just the main one. But he's saying that she called him fat a lot of times, told him that he needed to stop eating, and just verbal abuse, and all of that as well.
This is reminiscent of the Lizzo story a few months back.
It is. Yeah. It is. And my take on this, first of all, a lot of these stars, that's how they are. Or they become this once they get the money, man. I mean, they talk shit. They're on top of the world. They can talk to you any kind of way. That's how they feel. Yeah, you fat piece of shit. Pick up the camera and shoot me eating this girl's coochie. What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? Are you going to go film the On the Bench podcast for $20 a week? What else are you planning to do here?
Stop devaluing us.
Yeah, we pay $50.
I don't know what type of person you are that has a problem watching other people have sex. I think it's great. I'd love to watch it. I hate Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I just think she's an absolutely useless celebrity. But I'll watch her have sex with a girl. Like, I'll be entertained. Probably the most entertaining thing she could possibly do in her career. Her music is trash. Her fucking lifestyle's trash. But yeah, no, I'll definitely, why are we complaining about that? But no, I think you make a great point though. Is like, with a similar story coming out of Lizzo's camp, it's like, to what extent does the money, the fame, the accolades, and basically like employing like a number of people, to do essentially personal functions for you, like, does that become like an intoxicating and distorting thing that you begin to, on some level, kind of, mistreat or take these people for granted? I think that's a little bit of the pattern we see. There's a certain intoxication with power and celebrity and status that I think is infusing, these behaviors to a degree.
Yeah, first of all, I don't see how he can win this case. Because first of all, it's he say, she say. Because I didn't read in the story where he actually had, where he actually filmed this and have film of it or whatever. But and also, it's messed up.
I will hesitate to say this though. If we want to kind of take all of what he's characterizing as abuse, let's not lose sight of the fact that this is a cameraman. Like, he probably has some of this stuff recorded in some form or another.
No, that's true.
Otherwise, he should be fired for incompetence as a cameraman. If he doesn't have some recordings of her saying something about him being fat or you need to stop doing this somewhere, Like
he's an idiot.
He deserves what he gets.
Yeah. And there was this character on the Martin show, Angry Man, and his one line was always, "Man, sit your ass down." And yeah, you're right. The cameraman, he doesn't have any visual proof. Man, sit your ass down. That's what the judge should tell him if he doesn't have any visual proof. You're right. He very well can and probably should.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
that's a good point to bring
but honestly, does it rise to the level of like, what are we trying to do?
No, just
here?
quit, man.
Yeah.
You quit and you go and
it's
find
just not
out
for me.
Yeah, see if Cardi B or the twerking girls in Miami have a camera need. Whatever. But other than that, I mean, I don't think this should have been his leading complaint. I was forced to watch two girls having sex in the back of a car. That's I wouldn't lead with that. I think in this world today, fat shaming is probably more frowned upon than lesbian sex. So you gotta read the room.
Specifically, being forced to watch.
you gotta read the room and pick which. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Very disappointing from this guy.
I think the jurors have more sympathy if you say, "You fat piece of shit," because there's going to be some big ones over there.
Could be, yeah. They might have walked in those shoes.
All right.
Hey, my boss said that to me the other day.
I hate her ass too. So let's give this man some money. All right. Now, I think this cameraman is crazy unless he has visual proof.
And even if he does, it's kind of like, what rises to the level that this should actually be actionable? It's not just, because, again, you got to look at it like, okay, did somebody say or do something that's just not cool? Like, probably, but does that rise to the level where you should be awarded money, or like, where are we going with this? Yeah. We've got to be able to take a certain level of insult to our person without crumbling.
And then if this is just a ploy to take Megan down, which I'm all for, you got to come with something stronger, okay? Don't just give me this. Like, there's, we all know there's this thing where everybody wants Drake out of here, and if you're on that side, that's fair to be on that side. But if you're Ross, you got to come with something more than you got a fake nose job. Like, you got to come with something heavier. Like, come with some R. Kelly stuff. Come with some. You got to catch Drake in action to get him out of here.
Yeah.
I need something better than a fake nose job and being forced to watch two women have sex in the backseat of a car. You got to come with something better than that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, on to somebody else that may or may not be crazy here. I actually had a point here to make on this as well. Benzino, a former rapper I've never heard a song from, but I know he had a lot of motion back in the day. He's speaking on rumors that Meek Mill allegedly had sex with Diddy. And he says that real street guys can be gay. And that sparked a big, huge debate online. And a lot of people...
Well, time out.
Go ahead.
How does that not just would you know from experience to Benzino?
Like personal experience?
Yeah. You're a street guy, right? You tell us that. You like gay sex too? Like that, you can't say that comment without drawing that response.
The interviewer should
I don't think he's
something.
deep throating anybody with that neck. Micro penis only. Just ahead.
But I'm gonna tell you something, man. I do agree with him, though. I do agree with him that real street guys can be gay. There are some that are gay. First of all, the easy answer is in prison, right? Some of those guys are real street guys, man, and maybe some of those guys are in there for the long ride, and
literally,
and I guess things happen. I'm not in there for the long ride, so who am I to judge? I don't know, And then secondly, I grew up with a guy in my neighborhood, Winter Park, Edenville, all right, and a lot of these people watch, so I just say Sean. That is a part of his name. It's Sean. It's not his entire name, but we'll say Sean. Sean was gay, but Sean was not like inside gay. Sean was outside gay. Sean was, he was the Back in the 90s and early 2000s, where it was like before cross-dressing really hit. But the person was gay from the movements to how they talked, they changed the voice. He was switching when he walked, all that.
Like a lot of effeminate mannerisms.
Yeah. But let me tell you something about Sean. First of all, Sean was one of the fastest guys in the neighborhood. You needed to be like, a guy we call Gold, or you need to be Tanner. You need to be one of the Winter Park Wildcats, former running backs. You know what I'm saying? You need to be one of those guys to beat Sean in the race. And then secondly, you fuck around now. You think it's sweet, and you want to run up on Sean. You'll get your hands put on you, and you get whooped by Sean, and you take things lightly. And then if you was a street guy, you so dope or whatever, and this happened on several occasions. That's why I'm explaining it like this. Now your whole credibility is gone because you got whooped by a gay dude. Now you getting robbed and all this and that because don't nobody respect you now. But as people from other neighborhoods heard, you got whooped by this gay guy. But this gay guy, he's about his business, man. You run up on him, he's gonna whoop your ass, man. You know what I'm saying? So there is a thing as real street gay guys, man. But a lot of people don't see it that way, and I guess it depends on if you ever saw something in your neighborhood. It's probably not as popular, and then a lot of them are probably in the closet as well. A lot of them, they understand that if they come out, things can probably change for them. I don't know.
I just, as amusing as some of the Diddy stuff is, and it is amusing, but it's like at the end of the day, like somebody engaging in gay or lesbian sex is just simply not a problem.
Yeah.
It's like, who really cares? I mean, we have to understand that, people from, all walks of life, all socioeconomic environments, street guys, professional guys, church guys, they have gay sex. Like, it happens. It's not the end of the world. If, the only thing with sex that's bad, genuinely, is when it's forced upon somebody that doesn't want it. And that's a sexual assault or a rape. So, if some street guy enjoys having gay sex, more power to him.
Yeah.
Just don't rape people to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. And so I don't know, we have these conversations. And to me, like the Diddy stuff, if like half of the music industry wants to be bisexual or whatever, it's really not my concern. If where the Diddy stuff gets weird is if you're like, getting people drunk or high or whatever, and then making them do this where they're not necessarily making a conscious decision to do that.
Yeah.
And if you're putting people in compromising positions, whether it's gay, lesbian, or heterosexual sex, you're recording it and you're using that to establish some sort of leverage over somebody.
Yeah.
Those aren't cool. That's not acceptable. And to the extent that somebody's doing that, whether it's Diddy or somebody else, go to hell with that. Get whatever you deserve. But if these guys are having parties and people just want to bang whoever, whenever, more power to them, man.
Exactly.